So our course is, what is our course?
Selenium with Java.
Yeah. So our course name is Selenium with Java. So what is software? What is software? Everyone in the class? How many types of software testings are there?
You are asking about manual testing, ETL testing like that, or functional testing, sir?
Functional testing.
We have black box testing, white box, gray box testing tree we have. In that, we have black box, we have again functional testing, integration system testing, usability testing.
Okay. So you said that black box testing, white box testing, and gray box testing. So these testings will come under which type of testing?
Manual.
Yeah, manual testing. Okay. So functional testing types will be how many types?
3 types. We have system,
Yeah.
system testing, integration testing, and functional testing.
Functional
Non-functional, we have usability testing and performance testing. Other we have.
Okay. So actually software testings are 2 types, manual testing and automation testing. Okay. So again, manual testing will be different types we have. So functional and non-functional. Functional, again, it will be divided into 3 types, like white box testing, black box testing, and gray box testing. Okay. Again, black box testing will be divided into like unit testing, integration testing, like you have different types of testings are available. So what is the difference between white box testing and black box testing?
White box testing test by developers and black box testing done by testers. QA.
Okay.
In black box testing, tester only know the input and expected output. What should be the expected output? Whereas in white box testing, tester should be also be aware about the coding part.
Okay. So yes, developers will do testing?
No, developer will not
They
perform
will be
testing.
kicked of testing. That means how the functional it will be from starting to ending. That's it. That's nothing but unit testing. Of the code is
only unit testing will done by developers.
Smoke testing as
Only
in some
smoke testing.
Yes.
What is smoke testing?
Nothing but checking the critical and basic functionalities of a module.
So smoke testing is done by developers.
Sometimes.
Okay. So what is smoke testing?
Basically, smoke testing, when tester gets a build, then they check that the basic functionalities are working fine or not. They just overview it, that links are there or everything is perfectly fine and it's working or not. Overview just.
Yes. So smoke testing is done by test engineers.
Testers.
As a test engineer, you have to do the first type of testing. The initial level of testing is you have to done by smoke testing, whether the build is right or not, stable or not. You have to verify first. What is build? What is build?
Again, build the new chain set or the code are attached. That's a build.
So yeah, it is an executable code. Build is nothing but it is an executable code. So what is SDLC?
As well as software development life cycle, it's a whole cycle of development as well as testing.
Who will use SDLC process?
SDLC in SDLC, both development team as well as tester team are testing. It is done by both development as well as testing team.
Not exactly. So who will use SDLC? What is SDLC? SDLC stands for
Software development life cycle.
In that
software development life cycle. Why we are using SDLC?
So as soon as we get the requirement from the business analyst, business will discuss with developer, and after that developer will discuss with testing team.
Okay. How many phases we have in SDLC?
There are 4 to 5 phases like requirement analysis, system design, architect design, module design.
What is module?
Module is in ICSA there are different modules like saving account, fixed deposit. So these are the modules.
Okay. What is feature?
Features like suppose any drop down or link is there, then it is working fine or not. That is the feature. Basically, if it is navigated to the next page, then it should be the
Actually,
feature.
that is the functionality, right?
Yeah, correct.
So actually we have 6 phases in SDLC. Requirement gathering and analysis, design phase. After performing designing, then you have to develop the application. After performing developing, you have to test the application. After testing, you have to deploy. Deploy is nothing but delivery. After completion of delivery, then support or maintenance team. Okay, we have 6 phases in SDLC. So SDLC stands for Software Development Lifecycle. Who will use SDLC means software industries will use SDLC process. So why they are using means they have to release high quality software for the customer or client. That's why we are using SDLC process. So the main purpose is using SDLC means to minimize the project risk and management. Okay, to minimize project risk and management, we are using SDLC process. Okay. So what is STLC? STLC.
Software testing lifecycle.
Yeah, okay. So how many phases involved in STLC? So this is our actual phase, right? In SDLC, how many phase for testing? Requirement gathering and analysis, design, development, and testing. Testing is the 4th phase. It is nothing but a testing process or STLC, software testing lifecycle, or testing lifecycle. You can call it as a testing lifecycle. So what are the things we have to perform in like project? Those are all comes under software testing lifecycle, right?
Yes. Requirement, test planning, test scenarios,
Yeah.
test
Requirement,
cases,
test
requirement
plan,
analysis,
test
test planning,
scenario.
test cases development,
Yes.
test closure, test defects, test
Yes.
defect, then test closure, then sign off.
Yeah. That's it. Okay. So first we had to like requirement gathering and analysis, and then you had to test plan, test scenarios, test cases, then test case execution. After completion of execution, what will happen? Either it may be a pass or fail. Fail, you can report it as a defect using some tools. What are the defect management tools or bug management tools for manual testing?
Jira, HPALM,
TFS,
Zira,
Bugzilla,
Bugzilla,
Zilla,
Track Plus, Mantis, Quality
Mantis.
Center. We have different types of tools are available for using manual testing. Okay. So then you have to identify the defect in the software or application. So after identification defect, what we have to do?
We create bug and assign it to developer.
You can assign that defect to developer. Then
developer will fix it and assign back to tester for
directly
testing it.
developer will fix the defect.
No, he will cross-check which is a correct report on her bug or not. Then he will discuss if the bug is valid. Then he will
Fix.
work on that.
If the bug is valid, then
He will work on that.
If it is not a valid defect, then what will do developers?
He
will reject that bug.
He will again reassign to us tester team. Then our team lead and manager will discuss that one. It's a valid one. Again, we will need to assign to developer. Based on that, we need to go.
So if it is not a valid defect, then they will reject the defect. Okay. And also duplicate and deferred. Deferred is nothing but
Deferred are suppose which is bug is not very critical or it can be fixed anytime in next release. So it
yes.
can be marked as deferred.
Yes, it is not that much important. It is not that much high priority for this release. This release, you can release this defect into next release. This is called as deferred. Duplicate.
Suppose
Duplicate state.
suppose test there are 4 5 testers and two created same bug or same bug, then it will be
Yes. So, for example, you and your colleague will send same defect twice to developers. Then it is transferred into duplicate. Okay. If it is not valid defect, then it is called and rejected. So developers will check if it is a valid defect, then he will fix the defect. So after fixing, then again send back to the test engineers. Test engineers is also verify whether the defect is fixed by the developer or not. They will also cross check. Okay. If it is developer will be fixed, then we need to perform retesting. Okay. So next, after performing retesting,
If bug will be bug free, then we will close the ticket. If not bug free, again we can reassign to a developer.
yes, sir. After performing retesting, if it is fixed means you can change the status as fixed verified and close the defect. So who will close the defect?
tester.
Tester only.
Tester.
QA, yes.
So once test lead will cross check all those defects and test lead will close the defect. Sometimes testers will close the defect. Okay.
Thank you.
So defect life cycle, how many phases we have?
New, assign, new active, retest, close. In case it's not bug fix, again it go to reactive. I mean
Reopen.
Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. What is the difference between functional and non-functional testing?
Function is something which improves the functionality of application, and non-functional includes performance testing, security testing. This will be the non-performance, non-functional testing.
Okay. What is scenario? Test scenario. What is test scenario?
Test scenario is something which is, in short, the which defines the functionality of application. That is a test scenario.
So, in simple terms, test scenario is nothing but what is to be tested. Is nothing but a test scenario. Or identify all the possible areas to be tested. Is nothing but a test scenario. So, what is the entry criteria for preparing test scenario?
So we need to understand the requirement, complete flow of the requirement from starting to ending. Then we can write test scenarios based on.
So, how many types of documents we have?
Documents.
SRS, BRD.
BRD document you asked me. Okay.
SRS document?
BRD document, business requirement document, and
that's it.
Mostly using BRD document only.
Mostly you are using BRD document. What it contains?
Requirement. It will requirement contains from the business analyst. We will analyze that. If you have any design gaps, we have consider means we can again ask the business analyst or developer. Then we can go for requirement.
So we have three types of documents actually. So BRS document, or you can call it as a BRD document, business requirement specification or business requirement specification document. SRS, software requirement specification or software requirement specification document, or you can call it as a SRD. FRS, functional requirement specification or functional requirement specification document. Okay, I have three types of documents. So so it will be converting into BRS to SRS. So who will be eligible to convert BRS to SRS?
Software developer.
No. So BRS is nothing but business analyst will go to the customer place and he will collect all the requirements from the customer and he will prepare one document. So the document is called as BRS document, business requirement specification document. So after converting it, after collecting the requirements for business requirement specification, it will be converted into SRS document, software requirement specification document. But who will convert BRS to SRS document?
Scrum Master.
No, 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 no.
Product owner.
No, no. Either a functional expert, either a functional expert or domain expert. He is only eligible to convert BRS document to SRS document. Functional expert or domain expert. So what is domain? So functional expert means you have to check. So whether the buttons are working properly or not, whether the links are working properly or not, drop downs are working properly or not, is there any spelling mistakes, alignments, fonts, mandatory fields. So all like that you have to check both functional and non-functional things. It is nothing but a functionality. But what is domain? Domain. What is domain? How many types of domains we have?
Domains is asking insurance domain like that.
Yeah, insurance domain.
Retail.
Banking domain.
Retail domain, finance
Retail
domain,
domain.
freight
Finance
domain we
domain.
have. Freight also we have. And
Mm.
healthcare we have. Telecom domain.
Telecom domain.
Health and welfare domain.
So domain is a category or field or business area. You can call it as a domain. We have two types of domains: industrial domain and business domain or business process domains. We have two types of domains. Under industrial domain, like that, you have to say like different finance domain, insurance domain, manufacturing domain, healthcare domain, retail domain, social media, networking, okay, traveling. So these are all comes under industrial domains. Okay, so business domain is nothing but education domain, healthcare domain, okay, manufacturing domain, retail, selling. So these are all comes under business domain, or you can call it as business process domains. Okay, so what is test case?
Test case is a set of instructions which user need to perform for testing.
Okay. Test case is nothing but how and what is to be tested is nothing but a test case. Okay, so okay, fine. So what is the difference between retesting and regression testing?
In retesting, suppose if bug is fixed and assigned back to tester, then tester will retest it. That is working fine or not. That will be retesting. And in regression testing, suppose if any module is created by developer, then we will ensure that no additional bug has been introduced while fixing or while creating that module.
Okay. So retesting is done by passed test cases or failure test cases?
Failure test cases.
Failure
After bug
test.
fixes only we can do testing, right?
Oh, okay. Regression testing is done by?
It's based on requirement. If in case any existing mapping having some additional update or delete or insert happen, at that time we go for regression testing. It will impacting any other areas as well. At the time we go for regression testing.
Yeah. Is there any side effects with the other features or other functionalities? You have to verify for regression testing. So retesting is done by passed test cases. Retesting is done by failed test cases. Regression testing is done by passed test cases.
Okay.
Okay. Smoke testing and sanity testing. Who will perform smoke testing and who will perform sanity testing?
Both the smoke and sanity are performed by tester only.
Smoke testing is performed by only tester.
Yeah, only tester.
Developer also will test that one.
Yes.
Sometimes developer also will test smoke testing.
Sometimes developers is also done smoke testing. Okay, both developers and testers will perform smoke testing. But sanity testing, it is performed by
done by
only
QA.
Testers.
Tester.
Okay, testers. Only testers will perform sanity testing. And that's it. So, okay, coming to our course like Selenium with Java. So we have software testings are two types like manual testing and automation testing. Here, automation testing, we are using Selenium with Java programming language. So here we are using Selenium tool with Java programming language. We have different types of programming languages integrated with Selenium. But our course is Selenium with Java. So first you can go with the official website, like search for selenium.dev. Okay. So here Selenium automates browsers. That's it. So Selenium WebDriver is a tool for using automation testing. So it will automate only web-based applications. So web-based applications, give me some examples for web-based applications.
I mean, Facebook is all
Facebook.
best.
Amazon,
All online portals
Flipkart.
will come under like web applications, right?
Yes.
Okay. So Selenium automates only web-based applications. It will not automate window-based applications as well as mobile-based applications. Okay. So, for example, go to downloads, click on download space here. Here we have different types like .NET, C#, Ruby, Java, Python, JavaScript. So Selenium is integrated with the .NET programming language as well as C# programming language, and Selenium with Ruby, Selenium with Java, Selenium with Python, and Selenium with JavaScript. So it will support multiple programming languages like Selenium with .NET, C#, Ruby, Java, Python, and JavaScript. And Selenium WebDriver is also supported for multiple browsers. So how many types we have browsers? How many types of browsers?
We have several Mozilla Firefox, Google Chrome,
Firefox,
Edge.
Edge.
And yeah,
Internet Explorer. Like that, you have different types of browsers are available. So what is the latest version of Chrome browser? So what is the latest version of Chrome browser? So, okay. So it's 130. The latest version of Chrome browser is 130 version. What is operating system and how many types of operating systems are there? What is operating system? Hello.
Yes, operating system provides support to our laptop and so that we can work fine. And there can be
without
different
operating system, the system will be working?
No, without operating system, it's not possible.
Yeah, okay. It's not working. So how many types we have operating systems?
Windows, Linux, Ubuntu, there can be so many.
Like Unix, Solaris, Mac. You have so many types of operating system. What is the latest version of Windows?
11.
Yes, it is Windows 11. Okay. So, okay. So here we are using automation testing using Selenium with Java programming language. So some institutes will follow Selenium with Python, .NET and C Sharp, Ruby, JavaScript. These are all not using any institutes right now. So just it will go to Selenium with Python and Selenium with Java. The most of the companies they will ask with Selenium with Java only. Okay, so our course is Selenium with Java programming language. So it is integrated with Java programming language. Only 10 to 15% of the programming knowledge is required for automation testing. That's it. Okay, so here Selenium is a open source tool. Open source tool is nothing but it is a free tool. So it will support multiple programming languages like C Sharp, .NET, Python, JavaScript, and Java. Okay, and it is also supported for multiple browsers like Internet Explorer, Firefox, Opera, Chrome, etc. Okay, so here Selenium with the Java. So what is manual testing and what is automation testing? What is manual testing?
In manual testing, we need to perform it manually, and headcount will be more, and it will require
Okay.
more time. Whereas in automation, users testers should aware about any of the language like C Sharp, Selenium, Ruby, or JavaScript, and it will reduce headcount, and it will be more accurate, and less headcount are required.
So why we are going to automation testing?
So that report is more accurate.
Mm. So what are the disadvantages we have in manual testing? Advantages and disadvantages of manual testing.
Advantages of manual testing is that suppose there are barcode or anything is like that, then it will tester can perform it manually. Whereas barcode or captcha cannot be performed by Selenium. And in Selenium, user tester should be aware about coding language like Java.
Okay, programming knowledge is required. Mm. So the most advantages of using manual testing is it is more flexibility. So more flexibility and there is no programming knowledge is required for manual testing. And so we'll focus more on defects, more focus on defects, and environment setup will be very easy when compared to automation testing. So this is the advantages of using manual testing. So disadvantages of manual testing means it is a time consuming process, right? Manual testing is a time consuming process and more resources also required and cost is also high. Mm. So human errors causes poor quality and no, there is no reusability. Main thing, there is no reusability for manual testing. So that's why we are moving into automation testing. So testing an application with human interaction is nothing but a manual testing. Testing an application with automation, machine is nothing but tool or third party software help. It is nothing but a automation testing. Or converting manual test cases into automation test scripts. It is also called as automation testing. So what are the advantages we have automation testing?
To achieve the regression time will be big advantage here.
Time, yes, time saving. Execution will be very fast and reusability facility is available and it is very reliable and programmable, right? So
Yeah.
reusable, repeatable. So these are the advantages of using automation testing. Okay, so that's why we are moving into automation testing. But Selenium WebDriver will not automate OTPs, captchas, barcodes, graphs. Okay, so it will not automate. Selenium WebDriver will not automate. If you automate those things, then we need third-party software. Okay, third-party tools we have to automate. For example, to automate window-based components, we need Auto IT, RSQL. Okay, you have different types of tools are available. But Selenium WebDriver is an open source tool. So some tools are open source tool, free tools, and some tools are commercial tools. You have to pay something and buy the tools. Okay, so in automation testing, we are using the tool called Selenium. Okay, so first Selenium with Java programming language. So what is the first? We will start with core Java. Start with core Java syllabus. So under core Java, we will discuss the first topic is language fundamentals. Language fundamentals. Language fundamentals. Under language fundamentals, we will see different types of things like subtopics. First one is introduction to Java programming. Introduction to Java programming is the first topic, and how we have to download and install. Download and install JDK is nothing but Java development kit. How you have to download and install the JDK, and how you can create the project. Creating the Java project, and then creating the Java project, and then how you can create the sample Java program. Sample Java program. And then what is class, object, and method. So these things we will discuss in topic 1. And then topic 2. Moving to topic 2, we will discuss like variables concept. Variables. So under variables, we will see like what is global variable and what is local variable. So global variable and local variable. So again, global variables are divided into two types, like static and non-static fields. Local variables is also divided into two types, local variables and parameters. So variables concept, we will see like global variable and local variables. And the third topic is data types. Data types. So under data types, we will see different two types of data types, like primitive data type and non-primitive data type. So primitive data type and non-primitive data types. Non-primitive data types. So this is the topic 3, and the topic 4 is string comparisons. String comparison. So under string comparison, we are seeing like 16 methods. Under string comparisons, we will see 16 methods like equals, ignore case, contain, starts with, ends with, two lowercase, two uppercase, trim, length, replace all, index of, lost index of, okay, and then substring, char, add. So we'll see different types. We have 16 methods in string comparison. Those 16 methods we will see in string comparisons concept. And then the 5th topic is operators. So how many types of operators are there?
Arithmetic and logical. Right?
Yeah, so arithmetic operator. So we will also see like a unary operator. And then relational operators. And conditional operators. And assignment operator. What is arithmetic operator?
Multiplication, division, subtraction.
Yeah. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, modulus division. So what is the difference between division and modulus division? Division and modulus division. So division will take quotient or remainder?
Remainder.
Remainder. Is it correct? So division will take the quotient value. Remainder will take the modulus value. Okay. So division, quotient. Modulus division, remainder. Okay, don't confuse. So on the sixth topic is we have control statements. Control statements. Under control statements, we have three types like decision making statement, loop statement, and jump statement. So decision making statement, jump statement, jumping statement, and looping statement. So control statements is again divided into three types like decision making statement, jump statement, and looping statement. So again, decision making statements will be divided into two types like if and switch statement. If is again divided into four types: if else, if, nested if. Okay, and then jumping statements and looping statements. Jumping statements we have break, continue, and return. Looping statements we have for loop, while loop, do while loop, and for each loop. Okay, so we have three types of control statements: decision making statements, jumping statements, and looping statements. This is our topic 6. So topic 7 is arrays. What is an array? So under arrays we will see like single dimensional array and multi-dimensional array. Single dimensional array and multi-dimensional array. So we have two types of arrays: single dimensional array and multi-dimensional array. And the topic 8 is user defined method. User defined methods. User defined methods. So how you can create the user defined methods, how you can call the user defined methods, we will see here. Topic 8, user defined methods. And then topic 9 is like Java access modifiers. Java access modifiers. So under Java access modifiers, we will see different types of Java access modifiers like public, private, protected, and default. So we will see Java access modifiers. With example, we will see all these things. Topic 9, and then topic 10 is OOPS concepts. So under OOPS concept, we will see different types of OOPS principles. We will see like the first one is abstraction, inheritance, polymorphism, and the fourth one is encapsulation. So this is the principles we have in OOPS. And the topic 11 is constructors. So again, constructors, we have implicit constructor or default constructor and explicit constructor. The first one is implicit constructor or default constructor. And Second one is explicit constructor. Okay. And the topic 12 is collections framework. Collections framework. So under collections framework, we will see like what is object array, and what is array list, and array list. Those things we will see in collections framework. And the topic 13 is like exception handling. Exception handling. So under exception handling, we will see like what is the exception, who will handle the exceptions. So introduction to exception handling and uses of try, catch, and finally statements. So here we will see like introduction to exception handling. So introduction to exception handling, we will discuss like what is exception and what is exception handling, how many types of exceptions we will get, like runtime exceptions and compile time exceptions, checked exceptions or unchecked exceptions. So, and what are the uses for uses of try, catch, and finally statements, or finally blocks. We can call it as a blocks statements. So this is the topics we have in using core Java. Okay, so and moving to automation testing syllabus, Selenium syllabus. So this Selenium syllabus we will see for tomorrow's session. Okay, so that's it for today. So these concepts we will see in core Java. Okay, tomorrow we will see the concepts for automation testing using Selenium. So that's it for today. Thank you, guys.
I have one query, Naveena.
Yeah.
So how many days it will cover for Go Java? How many days it will take?
So it will take 2 weeks. At least 2 weeks it will take.
That is enough for us to testing.
Yes. Yeah. As a testing, that is enough. Because we are a test engineers, right?
Yeah.
So that's
Then
enough.
Selenium will take another 4 weeks of time or 3 weeks.
Yeah, 3 to 4 weeks. It will take 3 to 4 weeks.
What is the duration of full course Selenium for Java?
It's 35 days.
Yeah, as a part of course, you are covering any project like that?
No, it's not a project. If I will cover all the things like what is like automation testing, how we have to handle drop downs, screenshots, frames, all these things, all the concepts, whatever we are doing in manual testing, all those things we will cover with automation testing also. So you have to implement whatever the application you have to take, you have to implement those things. That's it.
Okay.
If you know all these concepts means automatically you have to automate the web applications. If you don't know the concept, how you have to automate?
Yeah, correct.
Ma'am, have you covered the Selenium 4 also?
Selenium?
4.0?
So it's no Selenium WebDriver 3.0 now. It is a 3.4 is 0 only. Selenium WebDriver. Just it is a versions like you have like Selenium components. We have different types of components are available like Selenium IDE, Selenium RC, Selenium WebDriver, and Selenium Grid. We have 4 types of components are available. But most of the companies are using only Selenium. Selenium WebDriver are using. So no companies are using Selenium
TDD approach you are following or BDD approach you will follow?
Yeah. Yes, BDD approach. I am using the Cucumber framework here.
BDD.
Okay.
Ma'am.
Cucumber. Yes, Cucumber, POM, and test engine. 3 frameworks I am explaining.
Okay.
And how you have to automate like Auto IT also I am explaining. So Auto IT is a different tool. So it will automate only window-based applications. But Selenium WebDriver only automates web-based applications, right? So I will also tell different tool like Auto IT also. So it will automate window-based applications. And scroll downs also. Scroll down. So like horizontal and vertical scroll down. So here also Selenium WebDriver will not support for scroll down operations. So here we are using JavaScript executor. Okay. So tomorrow I'll explain what are the concepts we'll see in automation testing. Don't bother about it. Okay.
Thank you, Naveena.
Any query?
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. So we'll see for tomorrow's session. Okay. So that's it for today. Thank you guys.